A lot of them are looking at the past, looking at everything they've done, looking at everything you've endured, looking at everything that happened and how it affected you, to realize that they made a mistake, a big one. They are realizing, while thinking about these issues and everything that happened in the past, that they've done something they can never expect forgiveness for. A lot of your counterparts had this reckless attitude, this frivolous way of living and being, where even after knowing that there's some sort of divine connection with you, they went out to wander around here and there. They played with you and your feelings. They kept you hanging, waiting and longing for them, yearning for their attention, while they were moving around, wandering around here and there with other people. They brought other people in the picture they should have never brought in. They should have never associated themselves with. Your counterpart was exploring his options, or was just enjoying the temptations, whatever it was that was presented to them on their plate. At the moment, they are realizing that it was very, very wrong. It was very, very hurtful towards you. They destroyed your trust. They destroyed the faith you had in your connection. They destroyed you from within in some situations and cases. They shattered you, tore you apart in some situations and cases. That's how hurtful their attitude, their behavior, and their treatment was towards you. When they were cold-heartedly ignoring you, neglecting you, and cornering you for those other people, those other options or situations. They were blindly listening to other people. They were getting swayed away by other people's negative comments, remarks, statements, or even suggestions. They allowed other people to undermine you and your connection. They allowed other people to bully you in some situations and cases. They allowed other people to kind of create an unrepairable rift between the two of you. Something they are realizing was a very big blunder or a sin in some situations and cases. Something even they realize that they'll never be forgiven for. At least not that easily. At least not until and unless they deeply repent and show remorse from their heart, which is what I see is something they're working on. They're deeply saddened over everything that happened. Some of them are beating themselves down. Some of them are cursing their own self and their way of living and being, their mindset. Some of them are slipping in depression. Some of them are overwhelmed by everything that's happening with them right now. Something that's forcing them to look within, something that's forcing them and compelling them to understand your situation, feel your pain, experience what you might have felt because of them. All of that is crushing them from within. All of that is tearing them apart from within. They can sense, they can feel what you might have felt. They were trying to ride in two boats all at the same time. They wanted you on one side, on one hand, and on the other side, on the other hand, they wanted other people, other options, and anything and everything they could get. People corrupted their mind, and they allowed them to do that because they themselves were not mature, wise, or knowledgeable enough to make wise decisions, right decisions in their life. They looked at everything as if it was some sort of gameplay, like there was nothing serious going on. But now they understand how serious the situation has become. They understand that now is sort of a do or die situation for them. Either they fix things with you or they might even lose you forever. Some of them can even sense you going away, drifting away and leaving them for good. That's scaring them, that's upsetting them, that's breaking their heart. at the same time, it's making them feel some sort of shame, regret, remorse, guilt, and pain. Something they might have caused you, something they did cause you, something they forced on you, something they left you alone with to endure, to suffer through, or bear all on your own. They burdened you with anxiety and struggles and difficulties, all because they wanted to have fun, all because they wanted to have multiple people around them to feed their ego or boost their pride, all because they wanted to enjoy the delicacies of life, the varieties, and everything of that sort. Now they realize how it might have affected you, how it might have hurt you, how you might have felt, all because of that. Right now, a lot of your counterparts are wishing for a change, are looking for a positive change, and at the same time are working on creating one. I see them ending things here on their own. They're willing to do so because now they realize the significance, the importance, and value of a committed relationship. To be precise, the institution of marriage. They even saw you as the one even in the past, but still, because of others' interference, influence, and negative suggestions, they looked down on you. They took you for granted, to be honest. They thought that if you are the one for them, if you were the one for them, where would you go? You'll have to be there. You'll stick and stay by their side. In the meantime, they can do whatever they want. And that's where they made a very big mistake, because now those mistakes, that mistreatment, that abuse, that neglect is coming back to haunt them, is coming back to bite them, is coming back to take away everything they've built, is coming back to crush them, to hurt them, to wound them, to scar them, to corner them, to target them, and whatnot. That's what they are realizing.